Not all sci-fi movies that bomb at the box office are bad. In fact, some are really great but didn't get the chance to shine. In this video, I'll show you 10 sci-fi box office bombs that were actually amazing. Let's find out why these movies failed and why you should watch them.
Tars! Tars! Give me a hand, Tars! You have 4 damn hands, give me one!
10. John Carter, 2012. Disney's $250 million space epic earned just $284 million worldwide, resulting in a staggering $200 million loss after marketing costs. The film's troubled marketing campaign abandoned the original title John Carter of Mars and left audiences confused about what exactly they were watching. But beneath this commercial catastrophe lies a genuinely entertaining adventure that deserved far better. Based on Edgar Rice Burroughs' influential Barsoom series from 1912, John Carter actually predates many of the sci-fi tropes it was unfairly accused of copying. Director Andrew Stanton, fresh off Wall-E and Finding Nemo, crafted spectacular sequences on the Red Planet, including the iconic low-gravity jumps and arena battle with white apes. Taylor Kitsch plays the Civil War veteran transported to Mars, where he becomes embroiled in an alien conflict. The film's rich world-building created a fully realized Martian civilization with distinct cultures, technologies, and creatures, particularly the four-armed Tharks, brought convincingly to life through motion capture. Though dismissed upon release, John Carter has steadily gained defenders who appreciate its old-fashioned sense of adventure and stunning visual effects. The film has found new audiences through streaming platforms, where viewers discover what theatrical audiences missed. A spirited space adventure that honors one of science fiction's foundational texts.
Are you Namgoon Min-Soo? Security specialist?
9. Snowpiercer, 2013. With a production budget of $40 million, Bong Joon-ho's English-language debut earned just $86 million worldwide, with a mere $4.5 million coming from North American theaters. The film's commercial failure stems largely from a catastrophic distribution deal with the Weinstein Company, which demanded significant edits and then relegated the uncut version to a limited release in just 8 theaters. Set aboard a perpetually moving train carrying the last survivors of a man-made ice age, Snowpiercer follows Curtis, Chris Evans, as he leads a rebellion from the impoverished tail section toward the privileged front cars. The film's genius lies in its literal interpretation of class struggle, the lower classes physically fighting their way up through increasingly luxurious train sections. Bong masterfully balances thought-provoking social commentary with visceral action sequences, most memorably a night vision axe battle shot with haunting precision. The production design creates distinct environments for each car, from the grimy industrial rear to decadent classrooms and opulent nightclubs further forward. Despite its commercial struggles, Snowpiercer's reputation has grown steadily, influencing later dystopian stories and eventually spawning a television adaptation. Bong's unflinching vision of class warfare resonates even more powerfully today than at release, with many critics now citing it as an important precursor to his Oscar-winning Parasite, sharing similar themes of social inequality packaged in genre storytelling.
How are you?
We might ask the same question. Yes. Sleep. Now.
8. Dark City, 1998. Alex Proyas's noir-tinged sci-fi mindbender cost New Line Cinema $27 million but earned back just $14.4 million at the box office. Released 1 year before The Matrix, Dark City suffered from confusing marketing and a studio-mandated opening narration that spoiled the film's central mystery. Set in a perpetually nighttime metropolis, the story follows John Murdoch, Rufus Sewell, who awakens with amnesia and discovers he can alter reality with his mind while being pursued by pale telepathic beings called strangers. The film's striking visual design blends 1940s architecture with steampunk elements and German expressionism to create a disorienting cityscape that physically reconfigures itself nightly while citizens sleep. Roger Ebert championed Dark City as one of the great modern films, praising its philosophical exploration of memory, identity, and what makes us human. The practical sets combined with then groundbreaking CGI created a uniquely atmospheric world that influenced countless films that followed. The strangers themselves, ghostly telepathic beings in black trench coats, established visual touchstones that The Matrix would soon popularize. A 2008 director's cut removed the opening narration and restored Proyas's original vision, leading to critical reassessment. Today, Dark City is recognized as a visionary achievement that dared to challenge viewers with complex ideas while delivering unforgettable imagery that continues to inspire filmmakers across the sci-fi and horror genres.
We have a payload to deliver to the heart of our nearest star. That star is dying, and if it dies, everything dies.
7. Sunshine, 2007. Danny Boyle's visually stunning space thriller cost Fox Searchlight $40 million, but earned just $32 million worldwide. Marketing struggles plagued the film, with trailers unable to convey its unique blend of hard science fiction, psychological horror, and existential philosophy. Set in 2057, Sunshine follows the crew of Icarus II on a desperate mission to reignite our dying sun with a massive nuclear payload. The film's first two-thirds present a scientifically grounded space mission before pivoting into more metaphysical territory that divided audiences. Cinematographer Alwyn Kuchler created a visual language centered around blinding light and golden hues that influenced science fiction aesthetics for years. The stellar ensemble cast includes Cillian Murphy, Rose Byrne, Chris Evans, and Michelle Yeoh as astronauts facing both technical challenges and philosophical quandaries about human existence. Boyle's direction brings claustrophobic intensity to the spacecraft interiors, while the sun itself becomes a character, both life-giver and potential destroyer. The breathtaking score by John Murphy and Underworld elevates key moments, particularly the haunting Adagio in D minor, that has since been repurposed in countless trailers. Though initially underappreciated, Sunshine has gained a devoted following who recognize its ambition in tackling weighty themes of sacrifice, purpose, and humanity's relationship with the divine. Its visual DNA can be seen in later space films like Interstellar and Ad Astra, confirming its lasting influence despite its box office disappointment. 6. Annihilation, 2018. Alex Garland's mind-bending sci-fi thriller cost Paramount $40 million, but grossed just $43 million worldwide, barely breaking even after marketing expenses. Studio executives deemed the film too intellectual and too complicated, leading to a disastrous distribution deal that sent Annihilation straight to Netflix internationally, severely limiting its theatrical reach. Based on Jeff Vandermeer's novel, the film follows a biologist, Natalie Portman, leading an all-female scientific expedition into the Shimmer, a mysterious zone where the laws of nature are being rewritten after a meteorite impact. Annihilation distinguishes itself through a commitment to beautiful nightmare imagery, crystalline trees, human-shaped plants, and mutated creatures that are simultaneously gorgeous and horrifying. The sequence, featuring a screaming bear that mimics its human victims' voices, stands as one of modern sci-fi's most terrifying creations. What truly elevates the film is its refusal to explain everything, particularly in its abstract, dialogue-free finale sequence that recalls Kubrick's 2001. Garland crafts a meditation on self-destruction that operates on both cellular and psychological levels, using the shimmer as a reflection of human tendencies towards self-sabotage. 5. Children of Men, 2006. Alfonso Cuarón's dystopian masterpiece cost Universal $76 million, but earned just $70 million worldwide, failing to recoup its production and marketing expenses. Released during the crowded holiday season against more accessible fare, the film's bleak premise, global infertility has left humanity facing extinction, proved too challenging for mainstream audiences. Set in 2027 England, the story follows disillusioned bureaucrat Theo, Clive Owen, tasked with protecting the first pregnant woman in 18 years. Children of Men revolutionized action filmmaking through its remarkable long-take sequences, including a 6-minute unbroken shot during a chaotic ambush and the legendary battle sequence at Bexhill refugee camp. Cinematographer Emanuel Lubezki created a documentary-like visual style that immersed viewers in a meticulously detailed world of environmental collapse, government oppression, and desperate migration. The film's production design presents a believable near future by focusing on incremental changes to familiar environments rather than flashy technology. What initially seemed pessimistic now appears prescient. The film's depictions of refugee crises, authoritarian nationalism, and environmental degradation feel increasingly relevant each year. Though commercially unsuccessful, Children of Men topped many critics' decade-best lists and has been embraced by filmmakers as a technical masterclass in visual storytelling. Contemporary viewers discovering the film are often shocked to learn it's over 15 years old, testament to both its technical achievements and its increasingly relevant political themes that continue to resonate in our troubled times.
What are you reading?
Old letters.
Why do you keep reading them?
I don't know. Just trying to understand why we keep making the same mistakes.
4. Cloud Atlas, 2012. This ambitious adaptation of David Mitchell's novel was independently financed for $128 million, but grossed only $130 million worldwide, making it one of the most expensive independent films ever to barely break even. Co-directed by the Wachowskis and Tom Tykwer, Cloud Atlas tells 6 interconnected stories spanning 500 years, from a 19th century sailing voyage to a post-apocalyptic tribal society, with the same actors playing different roles across timelines. This complex structure confused mainstream audiences, with marketing materials struggling to explain the film's ambitious scope. The principal cast, including Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, and Hugh Grant, each play up to 6 different characters across various time periods, races, and even genders, supported by groundbreaking makeup work that earned the film an Oscar nomination. While initially receiving polarized reviews, Cloud Atlas has gradually found its audience through streaming services where viewers can engage with its intricate narrative web at their own pace. The film's emotional core, exploring how individual actions create ripples across time and lives, resonates more deeply on repeat viewings when connections between storylines become clearer. Its pioneering cross-cutting techniques influence subsequent complex narratives in both film and television. Though dismissed by many upon release as overly ambitious, Cloud Atlas has developed a passionate following who appreciate its technical virtuosity and humanistic message. The film stands as a testament to the power of independent financing in creating boundary-pushing science fiction that prioritizes artistic vision over commercial accessibility.
Responders needed in subsector 20, flyover 5.
We have a positive ID on 3 suspects, wanted on multiple counts.
3. DREDD, 2012. Despite strong reviews, this gritty comic adaptation cost $45 million, but earned just $41 million worldwide, dooming hopes for a planned trilogy. Competing against the similarly themed The Raid, and suffering from association with the poorly received 1995 Sylvester Stallone version, DREDD failed to find its audience in theaters. Set in a post-apocalyptic metropolis called Mega City 1, the film follows Judge Dredd, Carl Urban, a law enforcer with authority to arrest, convict, and execute criminals on the spot, as he and rookie Judge Anderson become trapped in a 200-story slum controlled by drug lord Mama. Unlike the Stallone version, Urban's Dredd never removes his helmet, honoring the character's comic book portrayal while focusing on his grim determination and unwavering sense of justice. Director Pete Travis and cinematographer Anthony Dodd Mantle created stunning visuals for the drug slow-mo, which makes users experience reality at 1% normal speed, resulting in beautiful hypnotic sequences of violence rendered as crystalline tableau. The confined setting creates claustrophobic tension, with Dredd and Anderson fighting their way up the tower against overwhelming odds.
What do you got in mind, McCready?
A little test. Windows.
You and Palmer, tie everybody down real tight.
What for?
For your health.
Come on, let's rush him. He's not gonna blow us all up.
Sucker 2. The Thing, 1982. John Carpenter's sci-fi horror masterpiece cost Universal $15 million but earned just $19.6 million domestically, barely recouping its production budget. Released 2 weeks after E.T. the Extraterrestrial, audiences expecting friendly aliens instead received a paranoid nightmare about a shape-shifting organism infiltrating an Antarctic research station. Critics savaged the film, with Newsweek famously calling it instant junk. Set at an isolated Antarctic outpost, the story follows helicopter pilot MacReady, Kurt Russell, as crew members realize an alien entity can perfectly imitate any organism it absorbs, leading to escalating paranoia as no one knows who remains human. Rob Bottin's groundbreaking practical effects created grotesque transformation sequences that hold up remarkably well today, from the infamous chest cavity scene to the severed head that sprouts spider legs. Ennio Morricone's minimalist score complements Carpenter's deliberate pacing, building unbearable tension as the crew turns against itself. The film's nihilistic ending, with survivors waiting to freeze to death rather than risk the creature reaching civilization, proved too bleak for 1982 audiences. Over decades, however, The Thing has been completely reevaluated and is now considered one of the greatest horror films ever made. Its influence extends beyond cinema into video games, with titles like Dead Space and Among Us directly inspired by its paranoia mechanics.
I need your deck. This is a bad one. The worst yet.
Number 1. Blade Runner, 1982. Ridley Scott's neo-noir masterpiece cost Warner Bros. $30 million, but earned only $41 million worldwide, falling far short of financial expectations. Released amid 1982's crowded summer blockbuster season and competing directly with E.T., the film's philosophical tone and deliberate pacing confused audiences expecting action-packed science fiction. Set in a rain-soaked 2019 Los Angeles, the story follows Rick Deckard, Harrison Ford, a detective tasked with hunting down bioengineered beings called replicants who are virtually indistinguishable from humans. The film's revolutionary visual influence cannot be overstated. Its retrofitted urban dystopia blending Eastern influences, corporate advertising, and decaying infrastructure has defined cinematic science fiction for 4 decades. Cinematographer Jordan Cronenweth created an unforgettable visual language through constant rain, atmospheric smoke, and dramatic shaft lighting that has been endlessly imitated but never surpassed. The philosophical questions at the heart of the film, what constitutes humanity, the ethics of creating sentient beings with predetermined lifespans, and whether Deckard himself might be a replicant, gained deeper appreciation as audiences revisited the film through multiple versions over the years. So there you have it, 10 sci-fi visions that failed financially but succeeded artistically. Which underappreciated gem deserves more recognition? Tell us below. Hit subscribe for more cinema deep dives and click here to watch our next video, 5 iconic 70s sci-fi cult classics that changed cinema forever.